This episode of Approach the Bar with DanceBeat is sponsored by The King's Ball, held at the Meadowlands, New Jersey from November the 30th to December the 3rd. Welcome to Approach the Bar with DanceBeat. Today we are going to discuss the World Pro Rhythm that happened at the recent Embassy Dance Championships in Irvine, California. I am extremely lucky today to have a former World Pro Rhythm champion. He also does something on television, but I have no idea what that is. Mount Kisco's finest, as I used to know him, Mr. Tony Dovolani.
Thank you for having me, Chris. This is an honor to be able to share my opinion, actually, with as many readers and viewers that watch this program, because, you know, dancing is very close to our heart. And we care a lot about it, and especially when you're a former champion, you want to see your style excel and really take it to the next height. So it's going to be fun to talk about this.
So actually retaining their World Professional Rhythm Championship, in the first place we had Nazar and Irina, and they retained it pretty easily. If you look at the marks, they were first in each dance.
I'm not surprised. I'm definitely not surprised, because it's the World Championships and they've earned the right to defend it because they have been consistently winning across the country. But, you know, my job as a judge is to give my honest opinion, and that's exactly what I did. And I even said it to them too. I said, you know, I don't think you guys danced your best. I don't think your placement on the dance floor was a strategy I would ever stick to. In fact, I told them when they go to the United States Ballroom Championships, they better change that strategy, because all the couples are getting a free shot at them. They're crowding them. They're a small couple to start with. You don't need people crowding you, because like in this championship, I didn't think they had the best night. I thought they were very quiet. You know, and I'm a big fan of Nazar's dancing, because I think he's got good rhythm. He produces power, he produces speed. He's a little cookie cutter as far as winking in the same spot every single round. So that to me is like, all right, give me some more spontaneity, give me some more creativity. But I understand, listen, that's his strength. He wants to be the same on every single round. And that's just my own preference. I like when people actually let music affect them. And, you know, if the song calls for you to get down and dirty, then get down and dirty. If the song calls for you to be upright and classy, then be classy. For me, you can't have three different swings playing and winking in the same spot, because if it's the accent's not there, why are you winking?
You got something in your eye.
Maybe in every round, on every eighth count of the fourth measure. So to me, I want to see them get outside. You're the champion. You can take more risks. You can do more things. And if you don't keep changing and evolving, then the other couples will catch up to you. And if you are, you know, I think they're a great representative of what a champion should be. I feel like off the floor, I've seen them. They're great. But again, I go back to me. I have to be honest with my opinion, and that's what I do with my pen. I know how much work they put into this, and I would assume that they want the honest opinion from me, not just the political mark. Yeah. So if you didn't dance well, I'm going to tell you with my pen, and if you want to find out, you can come and ask me. I never take it. I don't take it as a questioning my mark. And this is where all the judges need to get a little bit more forthcoming. If you didn't watch the couple, don't give them a BS answer. If you did watch them, give them a truth. Tell them what you thought. You know, and the thing is, if you don't like their dancing, then, and if you give them the benefit of the doubt, then let them know that, because in the next comp, if they don't do that, you're going to have to drop them. Yeah. You know, be honest, because nothing goes wrong with that. As a couple, I remember as a competitor, if somebody didn't like my dancing, I would ask them, I would say, what can I do to improve on it? What don't you like about my dancing? It's okay. And I used to say, do not think that I'm questioning your mark. I just want to know, what am I missing? Because as a competitor, I wanted to constantly grow. And this is where my fear for Nazar and his partner is, because I feel that they've stayed the same. They have not improved. However great it is, you know, as for now, those are the couples you have to beat, and that's fine. But be a pioneer of the sport. Be a Jose. You know, I'd like to think that I took the sport from the Bob and Julia era to a different place. You know, Bob and Julia created this speed and and choreography and things like that. But they also had good fundamentals. I took it and made it into more classy, more, about a woman and a man. I made it more romantic. Jose made it about body rhythm and speed. You had Emmanuel, which made it about excitement and beauty. It's like, okay, so what is your brand? It can't be the cookie cutter. It can't be the wink at every fourth measure and on the eighth count. Tell me what ticks you. Tell me how you feel music. When I watch the champions, I want to feel like I'm seeing a show. I'm seeing something that I'm learning from. I used to study my competition. I knew all of my competition's routines. I knew all of their positive and their negatives, because not as a champion, I knew their routines. I can actually dance every single one of their routines, and I could mimic them. Why? Because I appreciated my competition. I never bashed my competition. I loved watching them dance, because that's what made me good. So when I watch, even though I'm judging, I want to learn from these couples. I want to learn from the champion. You're going to be the guy that has the same titles as me, standing next to me. I want to feel you as equal, if not better, because you're supposed to be a better version of me. You're supposed to take my sport, the sport that I love, to the next level, and I don't feel like that's happening. You don't want to disappear, because once you retire, if you didn't change the sport changes you. The sport will not support you. If you want to be relevant, then bring something that nobody else had. Don't try to copy people. Have your opinion. Don't be a puppet for the powers that be. Be an individual. Not an angry one, but somebody that's actually loving what they do. Producing something that everybody's going to appreciate. There's not, my favorite thing was when my previous competitors and my competitors applauded me. Why? Because I applauded them. I wanted them to appreciate what I did because I appreciated what they did first. That was my thing. It's not about just me winning, it's about affecting the entire final. In fact, one of the couples that made it to the final, I remember Jesse and Jackie, we had just got onto Ohio final, and they made the final. I was so happy. I left my partner to go and hug them. That's the kind of competitiveness should be on the dance floor. We're not trying to compete against each other. That's for the judges to do, to pin you guys against each other. Your job is to actually show me rhythmicality, show me artistry, show me that you care about the sport so much that you want to take it to the next level. I'm kind of getting to the point where, and it's not just in our style, but I'm starting to get a little disappointed at what the powers that be are doing to these couples. They have instilled fear. You cannot be creative if you have fear. You cannot be a great competitor or have an opinion when you think that you're going to piss off everybody because you have an opinion. I think for better or for worse, people either like me or they hate me, and I don't really care in that sense. I wanted to make a difference because those people have had their career. They can't live through me. They can influence me, they can guide me, but they can't live through me. It's still my life, still my career that I had to leave a legacy of. So as a world champion, a two-time world champion, proud of you. Great champions, incredible ambassadors to the sport because they carry themselves as champions. I don't want you to be forgotten once you retire. Tell me what I should remember you by. I think that's about it.
I think that's about it as well.
Cheers, bud. This has been a great talk.
Cheers, Tony.
Yeah. Well, I thank you, and I thank DanceBeat for always contributing to us having a voice, actually, because a lot of times the couples, all they see is marks. They don't actually know the reason behind it, so at least now you know mine. But I encourage that all the couples don't take things too personally, but actually constructively and apply what applies, and what you don't think is important, just ignore it. But at least you know where I stand.
I think we definitely do. And I have to say, I haven't really had a conversation with you for about 24 years.
It's been too long.
This has been so much fun. Guys, as Tony just said, if you want to know what's going on in the dance world, please log on to www.dancebeat.com. And in 2045, we will do this again or something.
We'll try. We will try, because I think I've hit my quota as far as giving my opinion.
See you guys. Cheers. This episode of Approach the Bar with DanceBeat is sponsored by The King's Ball, held at the Meadowlands, New Jersey from November the 30th to December the 3rd.